the people inside government that actually want government to be good continue, thankfully, to expose some of the wrongdoing from the Biden administration. Do you see this Border Patrol memo that basically instructs agents inside the Border Patrol to process single adults from 100+ countries? Now, this was given to border agents in the San Diego sector. This came after Joe Biden's so-called executive order, where you would stop asylum claims once you reach 2,500 claims along the border. This is all except for 6 countries. And they all seem to be Eastern Bloc countries, Moldova, Russia, and a couple others. But why? Well, this just proves to me that Joe Biden's executive order is one massive, giant show. This is Bill Maloogian for Fox News.
We were out here as President Biden's executive order was taking effect around sunset local time. Came across this group of predominantly Chinese and Vietnamese nationals being arrested by Border Patrol after crossing illegally. They were simply processed as this executive order was taking effect. It's been business as usual out here. Haven't really seen any big change one way or the other.
So there you have it. No change one way or the other, all smoke and mirrors. Well, joining me now is Real America's Voice correspondent Ben Bergquam, who is now about to embark on a tour of the northern border, which we've seen so many problems with. 3,000 apprehensions in the northern border in the month of May. Ben Bergquam, welcome to the program.
Thanks for having me back, Grant. Yeah, 1,200% increase.
It's amazing, not surprising. And the northern border, I've actually had some chances to walk the northern border myself. It's wide open. You think the southern border's open. I think there's fewer Border Patrol agents on the north. I worry about jihadists. I worry about sex traffickers. I worry about the real criminals coming in from the north because they'll have the wherewithal to get into Canada.
Yeah, well, this is so the whole point of this trek up here is to show what nobody's paying attention to. And the fact that it is the people with the wherewithal that are going to be coming this way, that are coming this way. So you've got hundreds of thousands, millions now that have come across our southern border. But while that's all happening, you've got people from China, you've got people from the Middle East flying into Canada, and they've been doing it for decades and simply walking across the northern border of Canada. And so basically what we have happening right now is this pinch effect where you've got illegals coming from the south, illegals coming from the north, and everywhere in between is being destroyed. And going back to your point and Bill Maloogian's point there, Joe Biden never intended for his executive order to work. And the reason we know he never intended for it to work was they've done this for 3.5 years. If they wanted to fix this problem, all they had to do was not rescind President Trump's executive orders that actually secured the border, the Remain in Mexico policy, the first safe harbor country, all of these things that President Trump did. They could have continued building the wall, but they did just the opposite. They have invited this invasion into our country, and simply because it's an election year, Joe Biden is trying to pretend that he's doing something on the southern border. It's an absolute disgrace. And all of this, Grant, I know you see the same way. It's treasonous. It is absolutely treasonous what we have coming out of Washington. And my only regret about what's happening to Hunter Biden is they're not actually going after him about the things that really matter, like his ties with Ukraine, his ties with China, and the big guy. And all of the, again, in all of this, we have Republicans that are basically tone deaf, quiet, sitting back, waiting for something to happen. It's absolutely disgraceful. But that's why we're out there, and we're going to continue to show the truth.
All right, so let me play a clip from you. You interviewed on your way to the northern border a sheriff in Maryland, Chuck Jenkins. Let me play cut 22 for the guys behind the glass. This is him basically talking about Joe Biden's ICE department.
President Trump, he allowed Immigrations and Customs, or ICE, to do their jobs. He allowed the Border Patrol to do their jobs. He believed in the interior enforcement, which was removing criminals from our streets, from our country, sending them back to their countries of origin. It was very effective under President Trump, less so under President Biden. He simply will not let ICE do their jobs.
Ben, I know you and I both agree with that. Real quick, if you can, in just about 20 seconds, what do you hope to do up on the northern border now?
Well, we hope to show what's actually happening. We hope to help secure America. My prayer is that we save this country, and the way we do that are in the elections that are coming up. So we want to show the American people so they can make a wise decision in voting in 2024.
It's great stuff, as always. Ben Bergquam, keep us posted on your trek across the northern border. Thank you, buddy. Good to see you.
Thank you, Grant.